Hey guys, this is Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Dress Up Darling episode review for you guys. And again, this episode was another good episode, very sweet, adorable episode. More focused on my boy Gojo and everything here, but this episode's great. Again, this show is phenomenal. I just love the show. This is the show I wake up every Saturday just like I need to see more of this. I need more injected into my veins. So essentially the premise of this episode is, well, obviously I forgot to mention last week the fact that, well, Marine said, well, the next cosplay event's in 2 weeks. And obviously Gojo, after the last week's episode, was just like, 2 weeks? How am I going to do something within 2 freaking weeks? And everything. We just see throughout the episode all these things start to pile on. Like, not only he has to make Marine's outfit or cosplay outfit, and we find out that they're also taking freaking midterm exams and stuff like that. And then freaking the next thing, another thing comes up to where this person, is from France, is getting a call and saying like, hey, can I come by your Hina doll shop and everything and stuff like that, and can I just come and just like freaking just understand and see this and everything. And he's got a lot on his plate and everything, and he kind of caves in because we find out that essentially the person was going to only be in Japan for like one more day, and then he'll have to go back to France. Also on top of it, the fact that at the start of the episode, after he came back home, his grandfather saw the legging stockings and everything. He kind of falls over and I guess hits his back on the stairs, only presumes to take his grandfather over to the hospital. We see his sisters show up, and eventually they come to a whole agreement that the grandfather's going to live with his sister and his mom and dad and everything, and that's the whole thing, because now the grandpa's not running the shop truly. In a way, he's kind of running the shop as well as checking in and staying there and everything. He's kind of just got all these very stressful things in his life going on with his grandfather, the making of the cosplay, the midterms, and then this whole thing. You see our boy go through a rut and everything. In the meantime, Kitagawa essentially is like, let's exchange numbers and everything. Because she ends up finding out, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to your grandfather. And she essentially, I did like the thing about Kitagawa is where, we obviously understand her character, that she's a very kind and caring character. And the fact that I did like the fact how she said, hey, man, if, there's anything I can do to help, I will be willing to help you and everything and stuff like that. You just have to give me a call or text and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's like, and then throughout all the stressful moment our boy's going through, and everything, like he's running out of class to go freaking just do what he has to do and stuff like that. And obviously, we see Kitagawa from her perspective. She's somewhat worried, but she truly doesn't know what's going on and everything. I did like the whole scene how, and I felt very sad when she actually showed up at his place. He was there, it's just no lights were on. So she thought, oh, he's probably at his grandfather's, or he's probably where his grandfather is at, everything. And she's like, man, I really wanted to eat with him and stuff like that. No, I'm all lonely and stuff like that. I'm like, this girl's so adorable, so cute. But as I was saying, the thing is, our dude is going through all this stress and everything. But in the meantime, we kind of see Kitagawa from a distance, somewhat worried. She truly, like I said earlier, doesn't know what's truly going on. But you get this, very emotional moment with Gojo, where he's essentially wakes up in the middle of the night and he's like, I can't do this, man. I have too much going on. I'm gonna let everybody down and stuff like that. And then he kind of has a flashback moment to when he asked his grandfather earlier, like, hey, are making these Hina dolls like super hard for you and everything? And obviously his grandfather's like, yeah, of course it is, and there are days that I get up not liking to do it, but the most important thing the reason why I like to make Hina dolls a lot, the reason why I love to make Hina dolls, is because when I make them and people come into the shop and see them, and I see the smiles on their faces, that's the thing I get enjoyment out of the most. And it makes me feel good, and it makes me want to work and strive and continue on just to continue to see people smile. at obviously my work of art. And obviously that makes Gojo, who's kind of in a rut, kind of in a way I would say depressed like state, kind of realizing he just remembers all the time that he spent with Kitagawa, and the fact that in almost every time he's come across this whole cosplay topic with Kitagawa, the number one thing is I can't wait to wear it because it's gonna make me so happy and everything. And he thinks the fact like I need to do this because I want to see her smile. I like that smile she gives off. It makes me feel good. And I really definitely did like that. And the fact that he was like, okay, I gotta get up, stop, wipe your tears, I gotta get to work, I need to make this girl smile. And I really did enjoy that, because it goes to show how much he cares about Kitagawa, and the fact that he doesn't want her sad, he wants her to be happy and everything. And when he texts her like, hey, I finished and everything, she comes by, sees it looks really dang good. And that's kind of the thing is, eventually you get a talking scene with the two of them, and obviously Kitagawa was obviously like, whoa, you look like a wreck. And obviously that's when Gojo's like, yeah, I kind of been working at this all this time and stuff like that, and he goes on to say, look, as long as you're happy, I'm good. And he gives this smile off of the fact that essentially Kitagawa's never seen him truly smile like that, and she's utterly shocked that he's smiling like that, because to her it's like, well, is that your real smile? Because that's the first time I've ever seen you smile like that, and everything. Also, till we get in the same scene where Kitagawa eventually, like I said earlier, gets revealed that Gojo essentially did all of this because he sits back, he's like, oh, thank goodness I'm done and everything. Because what happens is Kitagawa is like, what are you talking about, a 2-week limit? She's like, there's many cosplay events all over the place and everything. And Gojo's like, you're kidding, really? So I could have just taken my sweet time with this and everything. And he kind of collapses over and he's like, well, I got it done, thank goodness. At least that's all that matters, I got it done. And obviously Kitagawa picks this up, and she gets like, and that's when she realizes, she's like, oh shit, I just made this guy work his ass off and do all this just for me, and I never even had the heart to even care or see what was going on with him. And I definitely did love this whole scene to where she starts breaking down into tears and everything, because she's like, I'm so sorry, I should have did something to tell you. You didn't need to put all this burden and stress on you. And obviously Gojo's like, no, it's fine, and everything. And I really definitely did like this part from Kitagawa, because honestly, I will say it was kind of a mess up on her end. She really wasn't, I will say she really wasn't clear enough with the time limit of what this is supposed to be. And I definitely did enjoy the fact that she actually does show a little bit of remorse, and she actually, again, we see the character like, she's not a typical high school popular girl where she'll be like, well, at least you made it for me, so that's good. She's genuinely like upset at herself for like, what did I do? I made this guy do all of this stuff for me within thinking it was going to be done, and he thinks it was going to be done in 2 weeks. But I had all this time, I should have told him and stuff like that. I should have been more clearer with him. And like I said, Gojo said, look, it's okay. He smiles about it, she sees it, talks about the smile, and she's like, listen, you said you wanted to be Shizutan or something like that. I think that's what the cosplayer thing is. And we see the end of the episode, we get a fan service scene where we see her take off her clothes and everything. It isn't My Dress Up Darling without a fan service scene. I'm like, my god, they just had to add a little bit of fan service. Okay, fine, I'll take it. And she ends up wearing the cosplay. They both like it, and yeah, I thought she was gonna give him a hug as a thank you way. I'm like, are we gonna get a hug? But no, they not yet. Hopefully we get some sort of embrace by one of the two, probably more of her. And obviously that's where the episode ends off, and the fact that she's happy. But again, like I said, I love this show so damn much. I love these two characters. Again, these characters are definitely made for each other, because our boy's thinking about her and the fact that he wants to see her happy. At the same time, you know, we see Kitagawa actually like visibly upset that she made someone she considers a friend like do all this work for her, and she didn't manage to be like check in and everything. I will say it was kind of also another fault on Gojo. He probably should have called up Kitagawa and maybe said, listen, I'm kind of stressed out right now, I need a little help with something. I think Kitagawa would have been more than important, but you know, I think this is just a part in their relationship where they're going to be more, you know, be more, how am I to say, more talkative to each other. When something comes up, they'll say like, hey this, hey that, how are you doing, yada yada yada, and stuff like that. But it was very freaking cool and nice and sweet and adorable. And again, like I said, I just love this show, and this show is just one of the best shows, if not the best show of the winter season. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night, or when you check on this video. Until then, guys, hit that subscribe button if you like more of the content on the channel, like my dress up darling. And yeah, but other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go back to playing Pokemon Legends Arceus because it's pretty entertaining, fun game. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys later. Till then, guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace.